Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is June 2022 and variant is 13. I'm going to start. So let's start. Paper one we have. The first part question we have here is binomial expansion for question. He said the coefficient of x power cube in this equal to 144. So coefficient of x cube is given this one. So first of all of you familiar, there are two techniques, one long and one short. Okay, because here constant, I can write directly because I know that because I need so F4C3 can write direct because 4 marks. So better to show full working. And what is full working? 4C0, two brackets, and 4C1, two brackets, 4C2, two brackets, and 4C3, two brackets. I know my answer is going to come here. Okay, so have a look. In first bracket P, this will come in each first bracket. P, P, and P, P. And this will come in second bracket each. 1 over Px, 1 over Px, 1 over Px, 1 over Px. And the power of the first bracket is a difference of 4 and 0. So it becomes 4 minus 0. And this 0 will come directly on it, 0. So what about 4 and 1? So 4 minus 1 comes here, 1 comes here. 4 and 2, 4 minus 2 comes here, and 2 directly come here. 4 and 3, so 4 minus 3 come here, and 3 comes here. Now, I think we should not waste our time. Simply, I will take this one because I'm writing here the term involving x to power 3. So 4C3, you can see that 4C3 is 4, 4C3 is 4, and P to power 1 because 4 minus 3, and 1 over P to power 3 into x to power 3 because x cube coefficient. Okay, now this is a term including x cube. Now what he said that x cube coefficient equal to 144. And now I take it. First of all, I'm saying coefficient of x cube is equals to 144. So I will leave x cube and I will take the rest whole thing. So let's start 4 times to p, and you know p and p square, p cube. So out of 3, 1 power gone. So I get a 1 over p to power 2 equal to 144. P square multiplies there. So I get a 4 equal to 144 times 2 p square. So after that, 144 will come down. It becomes 4 over 144 equal to p to power 2. And we have to ask possible values of x. So it means that there are two possible values are coming, one positive and one negative. So when I apply, and all of you know 4 divided by, you can type in calculator, it's become 1 over 36. And when I take a root, I get what? Plus and minus 1 over 6. And that's it. First question is complete. Question number 2, he's saying here, diagram shows a curve, and we given this kind curve equation, okay, given sine curve. And he's saying here, state the value of P. What is the P? Before I start, I just tell you one thing. Whenever we have basic criteria, A sine in the bracket B x plus C. The multiplying with sine is always called amplitude. Amplitude. And in the bracket beside of x, this number, this is called number of cycles. And this adding or subtracting alone number is called x's. And x's, this middle line of the curve, you see, the middle line of the curve is x's. So this x's. And from x's, how much up and how much down is called height of the curve, is called amplitude. So I hope so you understand very well, so I can find easily. So from this to this is called amplitude. Very clear approach. So it means 1 2 3. So I can say directly what is a p value from diagram. So p is called, because p is multiplying with sine, is called amplitude. and we can say directly the answer is coming here, P is 3. All right, next part is asking Q, and Q is in the bracket. And what is this in the bracket is called number of cycles. Actually, we have a special formula for it. Okay, what the formula is? Number of cycle, we can say that time period formula is time period formula, or here you can see, even we can do it in easy way even, wait a minute, I just tell you one thing, because it is 0 to, this is a 2 pi, you can see here 2 pi. And basically what is the criteria? If you look at carefully, in 2 pi, we have a half cycle. Okay, and or I think I can do one thing, we have another formula, time period formula equal to 360 divided by number of cycles. This is a formula to find it. And now if I shift these two values up and down, so what happens? NOC, number of cycle, become 360 by time period. And NOC is actually Q here. How? You can see the bracket theta coefficient. So I can write directly Q here. So Q is equals to what? 360. So time period, in how much time it completed one cycle is definition. I repeat, in how much angle complete one cycle, complete one cycle. So you can see that. So we can understand from here. So what is the interesting part? If we talk about degree, then we write 360 degree. If we talk about radian, then we must write 2 pi, because 360 and 2 pi, they are same. So you write 2 pi here. So let's start. What is a cycle complete? Cycle complete in 4 pi. Repeat. I repeat. From here to here is one cycle of sine. It's completing in 4 pi angle. So 4 pi, I'm writing it now directly. So Q answers turns to be half. And I believe the point is very clear. If he given us degrees, then I use 360 in the place of 2 pi. And I believe the point is very, very clear. R, what is the R value, students? The adding part is here, R. And you can see that the middle line of the curve, half curve goes up, half curves go down. The middle line is called axis. So without any working, I can say that -2 is my answer for R. So no need to, that is what state. State means just right answer. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I believe the point is clear. Question number 3 we have, and when I talk about question number 3, this is a topic of a AP GP progression, arithmetic progression or geometry. He's saying an arithmetic progression is the first term is 4. I'm writing directly A is equals to 4. And common difference is D. And sum of the first n terms is this much. I repeat my words, Sn. So Sn, sum of the first n term is a 5, 8, 6, 3. And what is my target to do it? So my target to do it, naturally, if you look at carefully, only one thing is important, that is given sum of. So I have to show this connection. Then what is technique to do it? I will start from some formula. And some formula every person knows, even given formula list, n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into 2. Make a habit of writing formula first. Then replace n by this one and a value by this, and I hope so we can find easily. 5863 equals to n, I don't know. 2 times to 4, and again I don't know, and common difference is still d. So, and now this, naturally this 2 is down multiplying there. So I got 2, if I check it. So 58663, 63 times to 2. It is coming 11726, as you can see here. And what happens here? N alone in the bracket 8 plus and n minus 1 into the, I'm not expanding because I can see that it's still available as it is without expanding. Now you can see that here, we can see that under this we have n. So this n will divide. What is given in the instructions, follow that only. I hope so up till here you're not getting any issue. So after this, we can see that we have to bring 8 on the other end. So I bring 8 on the other end. So this is my, I got a final form. So I can say that proved. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, done. So let's go for next part. And he's saying that some of the, so nth term is given 139. So you know what this means? This means Tn is equals to 139, and find the value of n and d, giving d as a fraction. So now I think I can apply the formula. When he giving us term formula, so he's helping us that go for term formula of AP, and which is a plus n minus 1 times to d, students. I replace 139 in the place of tn, and a we know 4, and n minus 1 into d, and d is, I think, as it is. Now, this 4 will subtract from there, and it becomes 139, subtract 4, give 135, and equals to n minus 1 times to d. And if you look at carefully, this is matching with that, okay? So I can replace 135 there. So I given this name equation number 1. I'm saying put value of n minus 1 into d in equation 1. So when, because it matches, so I replace 135 here. So 1176 by n minus 8 equals to 135. Now 8 will go and add here. So if add, I get it 143. So 1176 by n cross multiplied there, 1176 and 143 times to n. Now this will divide. So 1176 divided by 143, so 143. So yeah, 117. I think I did one mistake, or 11726. Yeah, mistake is here. These two students, this is my mistake here. So same story, 1126 here, 112, 11726. 726, 726. So if I divide 11726 divided by 143, I am getting the number is 82. So 82. So n is becoming 82. So it means there are 82 terms. And what is left behind, we have to look for d value as well. So I think it's a very clear approach. I can replace this value here and I can get this, I call equation number 2. As I put into, and 135 is equals to n is 82 minus 1 into d. And this is 135 divided by 81. So 135 divided by 81, giving us in fraction form 5/3. So common difference is coming, as he said, give answer in fraction form. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Let's go for fourth question. He's saying this equation of curve is given, okay, and is translated in this one. So basically, this is called x-axis translation, and this is called y-axis translation. Okay, and what we do always, we replace every x, because it is a, you know it very well, that normally what is a way, and if we he's saying that equation translated curve and find that form. So what is a basic technique? We will write everything same. You can see that. Look at here. I replace x square means bracket square, 2x means 2 bracket, and minus 5. Sorry, this is a minus 5. Okay. And now, for your knowledge, what is this minus 1? Whenever we have a translation comes, what we do, students, we replace x minus x minus. This is a formula. X minus is a formula for a translation parallel to x-axis. And then we write how much it is a translated, which is minus 1. So I must plug in here, minus 1 here, minus 1 here. And for your knowledge, vertical translation is outside. So plus 3 comes here. I hope so. The point is very clear. And I will write what x, and this minus and minus become plus. It means whenever he give you any x value, he will write here. But before, this x minus is a fixed criteria. All right, and then you can see that this is my final form, and this is solve them. I got a -2. Simplify further. Okay, you can stop even here, and you can simplify it. And finally, because he said that give answer in this form, so we have to simplify. It means I am bound to expand it. So first of all of you know first term square plus 2 into first term into second term and plus second term square. And after that, you know it very well. This is done. This is done. Or write 2 time multiply. And this 2 multiply in the bracket and 2 time to x and 2 time to 1. And minus 2, this 2 will cancel out. And finally, I get x to power 2. From here, I got 2x plus 1 plus 2x. So 2x will become 4x. And I'm writing it final form. So x squared plus 4x and plus, this is my final answer. So I believe the point is very, very clear. Uh, let's talk about next part. He said curve this equation transform to curve this. So let's see how we can do it. I repeat my words, this equation transform to this equation. Okay. And what is method to do this kind of question? So first of all, you know it very well that we have idea about it here. So the two ways we have, one is a long and one is short. So first of all, I'll do long way because problem is here we have x square and we have x square. Best idea do both questions completing square form. Otherwise we cannot solve it. So first of all, what is a completing square form? You know it very well. First both terms copy. And what is x coefficient is 2, sorry. So take it half of it. Half of it is what is the half of 2 come, students? Become 1. So 1 square add and 1 square subtract. So 1 square add and 1 square subtract. And this -5 just copy paste here. And these three terms will combine and you get here x plus 1 whole square and -1 -5. So final form I get it here, x plus 1 whole square -6. So this is completing square done. Second question is what we have. So best technique to completing square, I will take a 4 common from both. You know it very well. Basically, we always make x square coefficient plus 1 as we have plus 1 here. So I take 4 common out. I hope so. This is no confusion up till here. Now, what is here? I took a x coefficient 2. I make it half. But what is x coefficient here? Nothing. Nothing is 1. When I make it to half of 1, so it gives you half. So then half squared first time add and half subtract. And then I close a bracket and -5 outside. Finally, these three terms combine in completing square, x from and half. Repeat, x come from here, half come from here, plus come from here. So and power 2 on the top. And this is a -1/4 and -5. Now this 4 multiply here and here. So it will look like this. And 4 multiply with that, -1, -5. And now interesting part is here. You can see from here that whenever this 4, I have to bring inside a bracket. Only one choice. If I have this 4 and not 4, if I have a 2 square, for example, I'm erasing this 4, I'm writing 2 square because powers are same. So this 2 can multiply inside a bracket. So it's 2x, and when 2 multiply with a half, I get a 1. So this completing square is done and -6. Now, if you look at if you compare this equation, if we compare this equation with that equation, you can see that this -6 is matching and this +1 +1 is matching and this x replaced by 2x. And you know it very well when multiply x inside. So this is called, how to read it is called stretch parallel to x-axis, parallel to x-axis. And it is a, you can say that factor, sorry, parallel to parallel to x-axis. Okay, x-axis parallel to x-axis. Okay, and what is a stretch factor? So stretch factor, you will make because inside a bracket, we take a reciprocal always. So it becomes by scale factor 1/2. Hold on, I repeat again. If this is a y-axis comes, if it's come y-axis, then what the number will be not inside, outside. That we take as it is here. Okay, but as x, this number come inside, this is a parallel to x-axis. I think you got a point what I'm saying. For example, same equation I have it. If it is coming outside a bracket, for example, 2 comes outside a bracket, so this is called scale stretch parallel to y-axis, and scale vector is directly 2. Don't make it reciprocal. But when we have a x is there, so we have to take a reciprocal. So I hope so. The point is very clear, and let's go for next question. This question is a basic algebra, root 5, root y matching. So you can assume in the beginning, root y equals to, let's say, k. So I get a 6k plus 2 over k minus 7 equals to 0. How to get rid of this k in denominator? So two choices. Bring 2k on the other end, make a single fraction and cross multiply, or multiply whole equation by k. This multiply k, I get 6k to power 2. This multiply with k here, k cancel. I get simply 2. And this multiply k, I get negative 7k and equals to what? 0. Reorder 6k square, negative 7k plus 2 is equals to 0. Now I factorize, and 2 6 are 12, and 4 3s are 12, and that is giving you 7 in the middle. So 4k and minus 3k plus 2 is equals to 0. So from here, what is common? 2k common out, and I get 3k plus minus 2. From here, nothing common, so 1 and negative 1. Why? Because I want to change both signs. You can see that. That is why negative, so 3k minus 2 is equals to 0. Now, if they match, so it means we are doing correct. So 3k minus 2 and 2k minus 1 is equals to 0. One time this equal to 0, one time this equal to 0. And I'm doing shortcut now. K is equals to 2 by 3. And second answer, k is equals to 1 over 2. But both values I will plug in here. So I can say root y equals to 2 by 3, and same root y equals to 1 over 2. So how to remove the root? Squaring both sides. I show you. Square left side, square right side, square left side, square right side. And I get y equals to 4 over 9, and y is equals to 1 over 4, which is final answer. And I believe this point is very clear. But this connection, part B, you can see that if you compare this question with the top part here, so we can see a comparison. One connection is there. What is connection? You can see that I can show you that this tan is this y same. I repeat again what I'm saying. This 2 by this tan is this y same. So I hope so point is clear. So actually, if I replace every root 10, wait a minute, let me check. Yeah, not root 10, only tan x. If I replace by y, then what I get this equation. This equation turned to be 6 root of y plus 2 over root of y minus 7 equal to 0. Now, is this equation fully match? And you know it very well that this equation answers are available. So it means that I'm saying here by part A, I got the answer for this equation is y equals to 4 by 9 and y equal to 1 over 4. No need to solve it again because as I have done on the top. So after that, what to do? So I got it. So both values. So both values, I will plug in there one by one. So tan x is equals to 4 over 9 and tan x equals to 1 over 4. And we have to get answer in for like a 0 to 360 degree. So I will make a cross. and you know it very well. Whenever we make a cross, so tan is positive, and luckily both signs are positive. Okay, so when they are positive, so it means both, and you know it cast property. Cast property says what? If you remember, CAST, cast. C for cause, A for all, S for sign, T for tan. So because we talk about tan positive and tan positive, what is sign beside of here? Positive. And what is sign here? Positive. So both positive, so all positive, so tan positive, and third quadrant. So in a, I just show you in a first quadrant and third quadrant is as this condition is fulfilled. So it means I can find easily, inshallah. And now I will find principal angle. And what is the principal angle? How to find principal angle? Principal angle, you take alpha for a while. Principal angle, always take alpha and tan inverse of that. Okay, this tan inverse goes there. And when I type in calculator, tan inverse 4/9, it is giving me alpha principal angle 23.96. After rounding, it means because 96, if a round become 24, so it means 24 degree coming here, which I will write 24 here and I will write 24 here. What about principal angle on the other end? This is principal angle. I'm getting alpha here, 14.0. Okay, or I've just write 14, no issue. Principal angle, always write between line and x-axis. Blue line and x-axis, blue line and x-axis, always. Please don't write between line and y-axis. After this, what is rule of measurement? You know it very well. Start from positive x-axis, move anti-clockwise till line. So first answer is this, and second answer is this. So I believe it's not a hard job. So first answer, bring back x here. So x is equals to 24 degrees, first answer, and 180 plus 24. Why, sir? You can ask me because there's a 180 and this add. I move forward. So it means 20 answer 24 is my first answer, and 180 plus 24 giving 204 is second answer. So we are getting two answers from here. Okay, this is the final answers we have. And let's talk about the other situation. Again, start from positive x-axis and move anti-clockwise to the line. So first this answer, second from here till here. So almost same story. X is equals to 14 degree and 180 plus 14 degree. So we are getting two answers from here and 194. So alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. I believe the point is very, very clear. Let's talk about this question number 6. He's saying, sorry, I want to just explain. Okay, let's discuss later, no problem. Function f is defined by this, and f is, so this is called domain. Domain, all of you know x values are called domain. Domain is x is less than 3. It means there's a 0, there's a 1, there's 2, there's 3, then 4. Sorry, I have 2. There's a negative, I made my mistake. So it means 0, then 1, then 2, then 3. He said start from here and go backwards. So what is the reason? He said, first of all, is very clear. So keep eye on this domain. So he said find expression this one, so completing square. You can see this 2 outside. And I said before, when we do completing square, we must make x squared coefficient plus 1. So it's 2 common from the first 2 terms. No need to bring common from all 3 terms. So I took these 2 terms and 2 common from there. And after that, what to do, you know it very well. The x coefficient, whatever, is 8. So take a half of this 8. I'm saying half into 8, I get a 4. So this 4 square, 1 time add and 1 time subtract, and always add first. So after this, what to do, students? So is equals to 2. And now these 3 terms combine. And what is way of combining, students? I just show you. This x come from here, 4 come from here, minus come from here. So I hope so. The point is very, very clear. And this 4 to power 2 give you 16, and I am going to finalize. So these two multiply here, and this two multiply with 16. And if I multiply with the bracket, so what I get it from here, so it is giving us what? 2 times 2, x minus 4 whole square, and minus 32, and plus 23. And you know it very well. This is giving us 9. So 2x minus 4 whole square, negative 9. So completing score is done. If you try to compare these two to match, so this A is 4, not 4, minus 4, and B is minus 9. All right, what he's demanding from us, he said find the range. Is very interesting part. So first of all, I show you the curve simple diagram, because you know we have two kinds of diagram. So one is if we have a plus x square, we have this kind of curve. If minus x square, we do this kind of curve. Because it's positive x square, so we have the first one. So let's start. And how to get a vertex is called vertex. So under power 2, whatever, put equals to 0, and I get 4, although he's not asking for that, but I'm just, and this number out of the bracket is called y coordinate. And if you want to know that, plug in 4 here. 4 minus 4 is 0, 0 into 2, 0, and minus 9 left. But he asking there because the domain is a 3 and lesser. 3 and lesser. So 3 and lesser mean actually in this situation, this is a 4, and then it's 3, then it's 2, and then and 1, and continue forever. So my graph is not starting from this one. If is this option is not there, so range is what? Starting from minus 9 and going higher and higher, because curve is starting from here and go upwards. But now I will check what against 3 we have here. I will find that number. So it means at 3, I must need the value. This 3 I plug in here. So when I plug in there, 3 minus 4 minus 9, and I get here what? This is a 1 to the 2, we got a negative 7. So this is negative 7 comes. So it means the graph is we have here, this is where we negative, and the graph is going from here and go upwards this way. And if we look at carefully, so this graph is going, so this is a graph is going this way, this way, this way, this way, because x values goes this way and this way, this way. So it means y value start from here and goes upwards. So y is bigger than 7, minus 7. So I hope so point is very clear. So range is so simple. So y is bigger than minus 7. So I believe the point is very clear. Although this graph is not important to show, just your sake of your understanding. Let's go for the next part. If f inverse he's asking for, what we can do here. So first of all, can we find the inverse of this function directly? Impossible. Reason, they are two x's and both have different powers. We can't find from here, but only option, take a completing square form. So I will take completing square form. So 2 times 2, x minus 4 square. And I think, let me recheck. Yeah, 2x minus 4 whole square minus 9 is my function actually. And now I'm going to find it. And what is method number 1? Remove the function name and write y. Step number 2, try to make this x subject. So how do this 9 will go and add. And I think very obvious, this 2 is multiplying with that, will divide left hand side. Wait a minute. So it means 2 will divide. And I get this form. And now I think I switch the sides. Switch the sides mean x minus 4 whole square come left side. Whenever we switch the side, no sign will change. Now how to remove the power 2 root of the both sides? And here plus and minus will come. The most important part is here the sign. I'm going to decide, don't worry. And now this 4 will add there. So ultimately I get this kind of shape. Now interchange means x become y, this x become y, and this y becomes x. Okay, now plus and minus. Now only last part left behind, and that what is about the plus and minus. Okay, and this is called F inverse. If you leave this much, you will lose 1 mark for the sign only, because both plus and minus cannot come. Why? Because our curve is not on both sides. Look, one left side, one right side. If we have a both, then we have 1 plus and 1 minus coming. Okay, so because we are having a left side graph only. How I know? Because if you look at carefully, domain of the function is what I'm writing for you. Domain is x is less than -3. Let me check. Yeah, less than +3, sorry. So it is a less than 3. And domain in range is what? Range is what? Range is y is bigger than -7. So it means that graph is going this way. Okay, and I'm going to show you this graph, and you will, inshallah, I believe you will understand. Okay, so 1 minute please. Turning point the 4 and -7. So graph is going this way. There's a function, and this is a whenever, okay, for example, x is goes this way, x is less than 3, and y is this way, and y is what is called bigger than -7. Okay, this is a graph function of f of x. Sorry, f of x, or not f inverse, f of x. And whenever we take an inverse, you know what, students, what happened? Same graph, but this domain become range and range become domain. This is a very interesting part, and I believe you have idea of it, because I interchange, x become y and y become x. So my question, left hand side y value is decreasing or increasing? Naturally, left side is decreasing. So it means this, that whenever we go left side of the curve, we always have a negative sign. So that is why I am going to erase it. Finally, this sign, and I'm going to write here simple negative sign. So it means you learn a one lesson, that if the graph is left side, you will write negative sign. If graph goes right side, we write positive sign, because positive sign, y will increase, left side, y will decrease. So I believe the point is very, very clear. And let's talk about the next part. Now he's saying what here? That g of x, a new function that is simply, what is this story? You know, put g function in f, and with f function we just copy first of all. And I think so. I can copy any from any form, but I think completing square, we can use even. Okay, so first of all, I can use it here. This is a f of x. So f of x is f of x 2 times 2x minus 4 whole square minus 9. I replace every x empty space. First of all, you can see that I empty space. Now I replace here function name. I repeat my words. Function name comes here and its value comes here. So very clear approach. I just show again what I am saying. So I'm saying 2x plus 4 comes here. And then finally, this is fg of x is equals to this 4, and this 4 is cancel out inside a bracket. And I got here 2 inside 2x to power 2. And finally, this minus. So I got what here? So 2 square 4, 4 2 is 8. And I get my answer 8x to power 2 minus 9. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I believe the point is very, very clear. So let's talk about the next question, number 7. And question number 7 says what here? We have a topic of circles. This 2 years back, 3 years back, newly added in our syllabus of AS level. Since then, it is coming every year. So it is a very important topic. So what a question is, we have given a circle equation and it has one center, and you know it is called P to C is called radius, and this is equation form, special form. We have equation x minus a whole square plus y y minus b whole square equals to r2 power 2. If you equate them, you can find the center easily. But what is my target? To get equation of PC. But anyway, let me read this question. Diagram shows a circle with this equation with center C, and the point B has a coordinate 0, 2 given by him, and line segment BC intersect circle at P. Clear? So first of all, BC equation to find it. That is only possible if I have a C coordinates, center of circle, and we can get it only by technique if you have this formula idea. And make sure one thing, there's always negative sign fix here. These we have sign fix. We must have this one. So it means I'm going to equate, just transform in special form, y minus 4 and power 2 is equals to root of 20 to power 2. You can say why you wrote so this minus sign. Reason, because I said this minus sign, the minus sign is compulsory. So center tend to be so simple. Center C coordinates is this 2 and this minus 4. So 2 comma minus 4, and radius is root 20. Because this power 2 is compulsory, then I wrote a root 20 and square, because they cancel will give you 20. Although radius, maybe I use next part, maybe I'm not sure about it. So this part is clear. Now I'm going for what is the B coordinates given by him is 0, 4. Let me check 0, 2, sorry. And I'm looking for equation. All of you familiar, gradient of the line. I'm starting from here, y2 minus y1. So when I talk about y2 minus y1, what happens, students? So 2 minus 4 over x2 minus x1. And I get it after that. This is becoming what? So 6 by minus 2. And finally, I get gradient here, negative 2. Okay. So negative 2 is a grade, negative 3, sorry, negative 3. Okay. Negative 3 is a gradient. And now, if you look at carefully, so gradient is confirmed, but you know, it is a very clear and visible. It is cutting the y-axis at a 2. So no need to work out. So from figure, from diagram, we can say that. So C is very clear too. So y is equal to mx plus c. And I'm getting answer is so simple. Y is equals to negative 3x plus 2. So equation of line is very clear. We got in no time. Okay. Now, after this, what is a next plan we have? And let me recheck 1 minute, please. This is a center to, okay. Yes. So it is very clear approach. This is correct. So let's go for the next plan. And next plan is what we have. This is done. Find the P coordinates. Find the P coordinate, exact form. So, you know, students, very clear, because that this line AP and circle, they are intersecting at P. Because they're intersecting at P, so I can solve them simultaneously. What? This equation and equation of circle. So how we can do it? This is a value of the y. I will replace simply y value. So I'm writing now x minus 2 whole square. Question is x minus 2 whole square and y plus 4 whole square equals to 20. Let me recheck. Yes. And now I'm going to replace each value by put y equals to negative 3x plus 2. So when I replace, students, what happens? Because we're looking for, so we have to expand this even. So first of all, better I plug in. I'm not expanding it. So when this value comes here, so I get negative 3x plus 2 plus 4, reshape. I'm writing here 6 minus 3x to power 2. Now I'm going to expand it and get the answer. Okay, so let's see how we can get it. So here I can apply scoring identity. And what is scoring identity? I save my time, or I do one time for you. First term square, -2 into first term into second term, plus second term square. Same approach here. First term square, -2 into, why negative? Because this negative. Why this negative? Because this negative. So if plus comes, so then plus comes. I hope so clear. And 3x to power 2 and 20 comes left hand side. Now students, very clear approach is I get x to power 2 minus 4x and plus 4, and 6 square is 36, 2 6 are 12, 12 3s are 36, and 3 square is 9. Just reshape it. 9 square plus 1x square becomes 10x square. -36, -4, -40. And this is a 40, 36, and 36, and plus 4 give you 40. Out of 40, 20 gone, 20 left. And if I divide whole equation by 10, I get x square, I get minus 4x, and plus 2 is equals to 0. Now I think factorization is not possible. I'm going to apply quadratic formula. -b plus and minus b square minus 4ac and divided by 2a. And b value is -4 coming here and here. And for a, there are 2a value up and down. So this one, a value is 1 coming here and here. C value come from here 2. If I apply this formula, and no need to show further working to examiner, if we show to this much, so I think first answer I'm getting here, and second answer is let me check through. Okay, type in calculator if you get it. So you get a 2 answers. And wait a minute, no, wait. This is second answer is coming with a 2 positive. Or I just check it once again, just students, just wait. So A is 1, B is -4, C is 2. So first answer is 2 positive, and second answer is coming negative. After this, we have to, you know it very well. He said coordinates of P. Now, thing is that one is possible, one is not possible. So this is a P is on the right side, not left side. Left side negative, right side is a positive. So I think is a clear picture. So this, if I type in the calculator, wait a minute. So when I type 2 minus root of 2, it's giving me both answers are coming. So we are getting here 2 answers are coming. Okay, one answer is plus and one is minus. So let's see what is y coordinate coming. Sometime we cannot guess from here x values, so y will help us. Okay, so how to get y value, students? So I will plug in both values here back. So y equals to -3 times 2x plus 2. Again, y is equals to -3x plus 2. So I'm plugging this here. I'm plugging both values here. So I get here -6 and plus 2 giving you -4 and plus 3 root 2. And what about this story, students? So is this coming -6 plus 2 giving you -4, but -3 root 2. So if I check it carefully, -4, let me recheck. Yeah, -4 plus 3 root of 2. This answer is giving us positive answer in decimal. And the other answer I'm getting is, wait a minute, let me recheck. This other answer is coming negative. Negative answer. And wait a minute, yeah, negative root 3. I will check once again. Okay, this is coming negative 0.824. Now check diagram. Okay, once again, it is above the x-axis. I repeat again, this is not below x-axis. You know, below is negative and above is positive. So understood that this p value X is positive and Y positive. So both positive. So you can see from here, this is negative, so ignore. So this ignore. So my answers are X value is 2 minus root 2 and Y value is very clear, 3 root 2 minus 4, or I can write the same form what I have here. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I hope so the point is clear. Let's go question number 8. So question number 8, the first part is asking here, you will see that find equation of the tangent curve at A, and A is given this one. And if you look at carefully, I take a scale and I show you this tangent. And I believe the point is very, very clear. 1 minute. Okay, draw a tangent. When I draw a tangent, it is, you can see very visible. This tangent is touching at A. So how to find this equation of tangent? So let's start. First of all, I will differentiate equation of the curve because you know very well we're looking for gradient. And how to find gradient? First derivative dy over dx. Half comes down, power become 1 less. And this negative half comes down, multiply with 4, negative half, and form power 1 less. And I have done, I will simplify, bring it down, half become root. And this 3 by 2 becomes down, become positive 3 by 2. So I have done it. I'm saying that at A, x value 1 and 5. So I will plug in the y value in the place of x. Okay. And sorry, x value is very clear. Yeah, this 1 minute, this is a 4. Sorry, I missed it one thing here. So this is 4 multiplying there. So negative 4 times to that. So it means in this sense, this is 2 is not here and 2 coming up. I hope so the point is very clear because this is a negative half comes down, multiply into 4. I think now, okay. But as I replace, I will get rid of tangent 1 over 2 minus 2 over 1. Or if I type in calculator, so I get what? Gradient is negative 3 over 2. All right. This is a tangent by default whenever I plug in the x value. Now, what is equation of tangent formula? Equation of the line formula, all of us familiar. Formula is y minus y1 equals to m times 2 x minus x1. This 5 will behave as a y1. This 1 will behave as a x1. And this will come in the place of gradient. So let's start. Y minus 5 equals to negative 3 by 2 times x minus 1. And this 2 multiply left hand side, make easy, avoid fractions. And minus 3 multiply right hand side inside. So finally, I get 2y equals to negative 3x plus 13. So if we ask you special form, okay, otherwise, let's see, it did not ask us in a special form. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, this is our final form and we have done it. Or sometime we have to divide by 2 even, but he did not emphasize on it. So this is my final answer for equation of tangent. Next part, he's asking that find out a shaded area, region by shaded area. So how we can find it? Where shaded area? So, you know, first of all, we have to check it where, what is at this point of intersection? This is a 16. And what is this point of intersection? This is a 1. If I integrate, and you can see that, can I see this a full is a rectangle area? Look at it, students. Look, I show you. This is rectangle form. And I make it a little bold, you can understand. This full is called rectangle area and a rectangle area. And white area is a, if I integrate the curve with 1 to 16, I get a white area which is below curve till x-axis from curve. And it means rectangle area minus the area under curve. So when I subtract, I get this area. I hope so. The point is very clear. So let's start. So plan. And what is rectangle area? This is a length 15, and this is a height we can find from here 5. Because you know it very well, students. Whenever this 1 5 represent what? That this gap is 1 and this height is 5. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So I can say that what is the plan of action? How to get shaded area? I can do in two techniques. I tell you both. So first of all, area of the rectangle minus area under curve. Under curve. Area under curve. So how to get rectangle area? So this 15 times 2 5. I check again. This is 16 minus 1 is 15 and this height is 5. So I believe this point is very, very clear. Okay, this is so I got this one. So I get a what is the other one? 1 to 16 and integration of curve, because if I need this area from curve till x-axis, so I'm looking for 1 to 16 integration, and x to power half for x to power, I think so, it is negative half. Okay, once recheck again, because once check again, it is correct equation. X to power half plus 4 to power negative half x. Okay, and must write dx here. And now I'm going to find it. Let's see how we can find. This becomes 75. And 75, after this, what is integration criteria of this one? So increase the power by 1, half plus 1, 3 by 2, and divided by same 3 by 2. And what about this? Increase the power by 1, I got half by half, same thing. Because when I add 1, I got a positive half, so half and half. And limit is very clear, 1 to 16. Don't plug in limits until you simplify. There's a technique. So this is 1, 1 over 3 by 2. It will always flips. So 2 by 3. So this is 2 by 3, x to power 3 by 2. And is 8 and root of x. So I'm going to finalize it. When I replace every x by 16, so 2 divided by 3 times 2, 16 to power 3 by 2. And I get what answer? 128 by 3. And even 16 here, 16 roots 4, 32. This is done. Now when I plug in 1 in all values, so 2 by 3 and plus 8. And finally, when I type in calculator, so answer is coming 75 minus this 66 coming. So answer is coming 9 units square. And one more thing I tell you, if you don't like this integration of like rectangle, we can do another way even. What is that? Integration is 1 to 15 and y equation. And what is y equation? Have a look, please. So 1 to 16, sorry, not 15, 1 to 16. And this equation of curve is very clear. It is called y equal to 5. I repeat my words. So this 5 I will put in the inside the integral sign. So 1 to 16, if I integrate 5, I will get the area underlined. Or the second option we have, as I explained to you. So I hope so. The point is very, very clear. Alhamdulillah. Question number 9. What a question number 9 is, find the perimeter of the shear region. And in the is perimeter means dB, then BC, and then arc length. So 3 lengths we have to add. So first of all, you must know it that center arc length is a arc length we have given by him is a arc length CD, center at A. Very interesting and very important. It means this arc length center as at A. One job. So it means this angle we need to find first of all. Otherwise, we can't solve a question. And second part, we must know this total length, because this will behave as a radius. So two tasks are very, very important. Otherwise, we cannot solve it. So let's see how to get this whole thing. And one thing is very clear. Okay, so I think so. This data is enough to find it. And he mentioned that A to B, A to B, and B to C, B to C are equals to each other. All right, and it is very common if is the two sides are equals to each other. So opposite angles are equals to each other. So I assume theta theta. I can say that theta plus 1.8 equals to pi, because sum of the all angles equals to 180, and that is a pi. So when pi minus 1.8, so and divided by, because this become 2 theta, and pi minus 1.8, and I get directly theta. So and divided by 2. So I am getting answer 0.6708. For more accurate answer, I will go for what is called here 4 dPs for more accurate, for more accurate answer. Okay, so I hope so the point is very clear. All right, then after this, what I'm looking for, this is not enough, because I said before, I'm looking for this length. And all of you familiar that I can use cosine rule you can apply, because two sides be given and middle angle is given. Or second option, I will draw a perpendicular here, because these lengths are equals to each other. So when I draw a perpendicular, it will behave as a isosceles triangle. So 6, and this is becoming half 0.9, because half of 0.8, when I draw a perpendicular, 0.9 comes. And this M as a midpoint is A, and there's a B. So it is a very clear opposite. This is a in front of angle is called opposite. In front of 90 is called hypotenuse. So opposite by hypotenuse is called sine theta. And yes, correct. And AM becomes 6 sine 0.9. And into 2, because I'm looking for not this length, into 2 double. So multiply with that. So AC becomes what? So 2 times 2, 6 times 2, sine 0.9. And this in this way I can find it. So sine of answer, and wait a minute, 0.9. Wait a minute. Yeah, 0.9. So 12 times 2 sine 0.9. And make one thing clear, whenever you're doing this kind of questions, your calculator must be in radian mode. This is very, very important. And when you finish the question, convert back into degree mode. So AC is very clear. AC, I'm getting here 9.3999 centimeters. So this is very clear. After this, we can say 9.4 even, no issue at all. And what is looking for your knowledge, I think so we can find perimeter easily now. Let's make a plan. Final plan, perimeter is a dB, right? dB straight length, BD straight length, plus DC arc length, DC arc length, plus, so CB straight length, so CB straight length. So what is dB? So what is a common sense? What is this radius? It's a 9.3999 radius, 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 radius. It means this full length is the same radius. So 9 point, and this out of 6, because this is a 9.39999 and subtract 6. I will get this gap. So I'm writing now here 9.3999 minus 6 will give you this. And DC arc length, what is arc length formula, students? S is equal to R theta. R is a radius, which is a 9.3999. Theta is 0.6708. It comes from where? I repeat, because this theta is here, is behaving as a sector. See, I show you, and I believe you got idea. this is theta, and this is a radius. So I hope so the point is very, very clear. And now let's talk about the CB straight length. And CB straight length is given 6 here, and that's it. And we got the answer, inshallah, alhamdulillah, in no time. And just adding, let me try to add. So 9.3999 minus 6 plus 9.3999 times 2.6708 and plus 6. And perimeter is coming finally 15.7 centimeters. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, I hope so it is clear. How to get shaded area? So how to get the area? I think shaded area. So what is a plan? Shaded area. So first we'll make a plan. So it is a very clear sense, full sector area minus triangle area. I give a plan again. So sector area minus triangle area. So sector area, all of you know, have r square theta, and triangle area half into AB sine theta. Okay, theta is this angle. Make sure theta is this angle, and the radius is which I got it before, and that is this is 9.39. So 9.399. 9.399, and for your knowledge, there's the same even above 9.399. So just a matter of solving half into r square. So 9.399 power 2, and theta is, what is theta? 0.6708. 6708. Okay, and then after that, I will go for next part. I mean, this half into maybe space issue, so I make it slightly drag here. And front side is 9.399, and second side is 9.399, and sine of the middle angle, which is 0.6708. So just matter of typing in calculator, and I'm typing 9.399 square time to 0.6708 and minus half into 9.399 and into sine of 0.6708. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, the final answer is coming with us as 1 minute. Let me check again. Yes, I will just recheck 1 minute, please. One mistake is there, because this is not a full, there's a 6. This length is different. This length is full, this length is 6. So I should not take this one. So I should take the upper length. Upper length is a 6. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. Now point is clear, and final answer is coming 12.1 centimeter square. So let's start the second last question of paper, and that is number 10. And this topic is also newly added in our syllabus 2 years back. So let's start about this question now. So important part is here, whenever we deal this kind of question. So 1 to infinity, and when I plug in this 4x plus 2 power negative 2 dx. So how we can do this kind of question? And normally, what's the process we have? As you know, increase the power by 1 and divided by same into 4. This 4 come from here, from the base derivative, because differentiation of 2 is 0 and 4x become 4, and that is why 4 came. So this is not a hard thing to understand. But problem is coming here, the limits is infinity. So let's try to discuss this one. This is a minus 4. I bring it outside as it is on the level on the below. And this I bring it down, so 4x plus 2 like this. Reason because power negative 1, I brought it down, the power become plus 1. Now actual game starts from here. So I will tell some rules. Okay, these rules are very, very important. That basic criteria is something by 0 is infinity. Something, you can check it when in calculator. When you type 5 by 0, it give you infinity. 2 by 0, it give you infinity. Whatever. And if you change this 0 there, infinity down, it will become like that. Something by infinity is giving you 0. So this is a criteria I'm going to discuss now here. So it means that when I plug in, and one thing is very interesting, this infinity behave like a water of seawater. Seawater. Okay. If you add something in water, as for example, if you add something in a seawater, like a bucket of water, if you add in it, so it remains sea. If you subtract something from there, it remains water of a sea, has no effect. If you multiply something with that, it has no effect. So I hope so the point, even you take as a power, so it has no effect. So that is why when I plug in infinity there, so what happens? Let's decide 4 times to infinity plus 2. This is upper limit. I'm going to show you upper limit minus lower limit. And that is simply 4 replaced by 1. Okay. All right. So what happens, student? Then you know, if multiply something with infinity, as I said before, remain infinity. If you add something infinity, remain infinity. So this becomes 1 over infinity. And whereas this is 1 over 6. And now very interesting part, last part we have here, and the question going to finish. And what is that? That it is a 1 over infinity, as I said here, equals to 0. So here I'm writing 0 minus 1 over 6, and minus become plus, and 1 over 24 units, or just write as it is. I hope so the point is very, very clear. This another part of this question. He's saying the point is moving along the curve such that it passes through point A, and its y coordinate is decreasing at a rate of k units per second. All right, and x coordinate is increasing at a k units per second. So now let's see now how we can deal this kind of question. So first of all, you know, he said that find the coordinates. So first of all, I'm writing data, which is mentioned here, y decreasing at a k units. So when I'm writing y decreasing, so let's see what we can do here. So d, because decreasing, so dy over dt is equals to negative k, and dx over dt is equals to positive k. Again, repeat, y coordinates is decreasing, that is why minus sign. Rate, when the rate comes, so d over dt, make sure whenever rate involved, d over dt is basic way. So d over dt of y, because y decreasing, and d over dt of x, because x increasing. I hope so the point is very clear. And now how we can utilize these? We write chain rule. So by chain rule. And what is the chain rule? Because we want a coordinates. I can write many ways to write chain rule, but this dy over dx, I write this way. So this dy come in the first numerator, and this dx comes in second denominator. And what to write here and what to write here, it is a very clear dt and dt. And you can see that if I cancel these two, I get the same way back. So I hope so the point is very clear. And this value I can use from here, and this value I will reciprocal and use from here. And this value I get from where, it means I need to differentiate. So let's start equation of curve, which is 4x plus 2, 4x plus 2, and power negative 2. So let's start differentiating dy over dx. Power negative 2 comes down, and 1 less, because less means from 1 less become minus 3. Base keep as it is, and times 2 derivative of the base, 4 plus 0. How? Because 4x become 4 and 2 becomes 0. I believe this point is clear. So 4 2s are 8. So negative 8 comes here. And this I will take whole in denominator. So dy over dx. Now I will check what at point A he mentioned. What A point? And A point, if you look at carefully, sorry, that point A is my coordinates to find. Sometime it's a given, but I thought it is given, but it's missing. So it means now I replace this value here. I'm saying this all values put. So put in 1. And when I'm going to put in 1, so this whole thing will come here. And I'm writing negative 8 over 4x plus 2 to power 3. And dy over dt is negative k. And dt by dx, but this is a k. Look at here. This x up, t down here, t up, x down. So reciprocal. I write 1 over k because flip. And this k cancel out. You know it very well. And this minus and minus. So ultimately, I get negative 8 over 4x plus 2 to power 3 equals to negative 1. Cross multiply, and this minus and minus will cancel out. I can say that 8 equals to 4x plus 2 to power 3. Take cube root of the both side. When I take a cube root of 8, I get a 2. So I got a 2 equal to 4x. And 1 minute, please, recheck. Yeah. So this is 8 and cube root. So x 4x is becoming here 4x plus 2. And 2 will go there, subtract, and x value is becoming here 0. And now I plug in the 0 value back in equation here. And when I plug in there, so y is equals to 4x, 1 minute, 4x plus 2 to power negative 2. When I replace x0, so 0 plus 2 to power negative 2, and it goes down. So 2 to the power positive 2, so it means 1 over 4. So coordinate of A becomes 0 and 1 over 4. So alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. The point is very, very clear. Question last we have on the paper, and that is given by him, is the point P lies on the line this, all right. So it's a straight line equation. And he mentioned that point P lies in straight line, okay. And the curve equation has this one, all right. There is a single point P on the curve such that the straight line is a tangent to this one. So I repeat again, he's saying this is a straight line and the curve equation is given by him. There's a single point P on the curve such that straight line is tangent. So let's say there's a curve. Okay. I get this kind of curve, or I make it this kind of even. Okay. Wait a minute. Just roughly I make it. Okay. And this is a line he mentioned there. This is a tangent. I take a scale and show you the tangent. Okay, tangent, I make it in a different color. All right, so what is the story we have? He's saying here that y is equals to minus m over x, and line is y is equals to mx plus c. All right, he's saying that there's a single point P, this is a point P on the curve such that the straight line is a tangent to the curve at P. So find coordinates of P giving in a y coordinate in terms of M. So let's start. So first of all, because they are touching, or make sure cutting or touching, both option, we will put them equals to each other. So y equals to y. So I'm starting mx plus c equals to minus mx m over x. Cross multiply mx square plus cx equals to minus m. And I'm writing finally mx square plus m plus, sorry, first you write c value, x value, and then you write constant. What is a value? A value is m, b value is c, and c value is m. Repeat, x squared coefficient is m, and x coefficient is b, and the alone number is called C, because he say very clearly is a tangent, as a tangent, as tangent, as line is tangent. You know it very well when you have three criterias, not touching, touching, cutting. So b square minus 4 is C. 1 minute, please. I write it again here. Okay. In this option, b square minus 4 is C less than 0. Here, b square minus 4 is C equal to 0. Here, b square minus 4 is C bigger than 0. So here, b square minus 4 AC equals to 0. I'm applying C to power 2 for A is M. Here, C is also M. And got C square minus 4M to power 2 equal to 0. And he was asking here that get the value. Okay. Sorry, wait a minute, please. First of all, we have to simply, yeah, this is, we have to find coordinates. Sorry, we can't put, no need to put this as a tangent. Sorry for that. I have to simply solve it. I mean, apply a complete quadratic formula. I'm going to do now. So we get from here C value, C square equal to 4M square, and C value coming plus and minus 2M. Okay, as he mentioned, C is positive constant. You can see that mentioned here. So we take positive only. So C value is coming to M as positive. And this C value, as I was saying that I will apply quadratic formula. Now I'm going to apply formula. This value will go here. So I will say here is equation number 1. So put it 1. So mx square plus 2mx plus m equals to 0. Divide whole equation by m. I get x square plus 2x, sorry, and plus 1 equals to 0. Factorization, 2 1s are 1x plus 1x plus 1, x common. I get 1 common. So I get what, students? X plus 1 and x plus 1. I got 2 answers. Both are same. So x is minus 1 is my answer. But he asking y also. So that x value I can plug in the place of here. And in this way, I can get the y value. And y value is coming here. If I plug in here 1, so because y is equal to what equation? Y equal to minus m over x. Y is equal to minus m over x. So when I plug in this value here, just a minute, let me recheck. Yeah, minus. So it is coming, y becomes here plus only. So the point P coordinates, what I'm getting is x is -1 and y coordinate is m. So alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, it is very clear. Let's go for the part number next. He's saying the normal to curve at P intersect the curve again. And hold on, actually what he's saying that normal to curve intersecting the curve again. So what happens, I just give idea, whenever they intersect again, we have to solve them simultaneously. So, okay, so let's start how we can do it now. First of all, we need equation of the normal. So at P, so how to find equation of the normal at P? Because P answers, I got it just now. And all of you know the gradient of the tangent is very clear mentioned here. We know this is M is a gradient of the tangent. Then what is a gradient of the normal becomes, I'm writing is here. So gradient of the tangent is, we know already, is M. So what is gradient of normal becomes? It becoming negative M. All right. So, and now I'm using what equation of normal then? Equation of normal is very clear and you know it very well. Y minus y1 m times 2x minus x1. So y1 is very clear. We have a m and gradient is negative m and x is minus 1. I took from here on the top and then I type it in y minus m and minus m times 2 x plus 1. And finally, I say that here minus mx and minus m. And you can see from here, that I got a equation of a normal. And just wait, please. Yeah, this is minus cancel out. Y equals to minus mx. And because you can see that this is a there's given, yeah, y is equal to minus x. So I hope so the point is clear. Now I'm going to solve now simultaneously with the other equation, okay? Because he said that it is intersecting the curve. So let's start. Yes, friend, there's one mistake I have done here. This is not m minus 1 over m. So it means in a hurry, I have copied here, this is wrong value, negative 1 over m. Negative 1 over m. Now I hope so the concept is clear. Okay. So this become my minus m square and minus x, this minus 1. So I got it this way because he was asking here for equation of the line. So I got my plus x and minus m square plus 1 equals to 0. I repeat my words. First of all, I know the tangent grid is m, so I got negative reciprocal, and I use a point, and I got the equation of the tangent. Sorry, normal. Okay, now after having this equation, what I'm going to do, I am going to solve it with the equation of curve. Reason, because he says here that equation of normal intersect the curve once again. So equation of curve is where? Equation of curve is y equals to minus m over x. Y is equals to minus m over x. So I have to solve them simultaneously. Okay. So as I plug in this y value here, so let's have what happened then. I got negative m by x plus x minus m square plus 1 equals to 0. I get negative m square over x plus x minus m square plus 1 equal to 0. Okay, and now multiply whole equation by x. I get minus m square plus x to power 2 plus m to power 2 x and plus x equal to 0. Rearrange. I'm getting x square minus m to power 2 x and plus x and minus m square equal to 0. I got this equation now, and I think so it is very clear. Take a common out from here. I got a 1 minus m square and x and minus m square. Hold on, I repeat. When I take x common from here out, so the plus 1 is here and negative m square from here. And I'm looking for x coordinate because what is the plan? Find x coordinate. So let's apply quadrant formula. Here, little hard task is here. Negative b. What is a value, students? A value is 1. B value is 1 minus m square. C value is minus m square. So minus b plus and minus b square and minus 4ac. A is 1, C is this. And divided by 2a. And I hope so. Minus, this is a minus 1 plus m to power 2. Here in the bracket, I have to expand the square. First term square, negative 2 into first term, second term, and plus second term square, plus 4m to power 2. Okay, and then divided by what? 2. And I hope so up till here, we are getting it okay. For this 4 and this 2, I get to what? I get 2m square. Sorry, I write on order. Order means m before plus 2m square plus 1 root. There's a little hard algebra. And here I'm applying what? Factorization in the root. And how to factorize in the root? You know, m4, this I break in a 2. So m square plus m square. Factorization, I hope so you understanding what I'm saying. And afterwards, minus 1 plus m square plus and minus m2 power 2 is common. I get m square plus 1. From these two terms, also plus 1 common. I got m square plus 1. And down to, okay, I can do a shortcut even, but I think if I do shortcut, you will get issue. M square plus 1, m square plus 1. In short, I got m square plus 1 whole square. So here I'm getting m square plus 1 power 2. And all of you know power 2, this and root cancel out. I get 1 time plus and m square plus 1 over 2. Now this is x values. I get 2x values minus 1 plus m to power 2 by 2. And I hope so you understanding what is going on. Minus m square minus 1 over 2. And here this 1 and 1 cancel out. I got 2m to power 2 by 2. So I got x value is m square. Whereas other, this is a m square cancel. I get a -2, so -1. But you know it very well, students. This point is already I have it -1. So it means -1 is repeating. So this is repeating. So this is repeat. So I will not take. This is my answer, but I'm looking for the y coordinate. So y coordinate you put either in equation of the curve or equation of the normal. But I think curve is better. I plug in here x value and minus m over x. Minus m over x. Minus m over x. X means m square. Cancellation process, I get what? -1 over m. And alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, I got the equation. Point is very clear. And wait a minute, x value is, so it means x value is coming here m2 power 2 and m2 power 2, and y value is coming -1 over m. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, I believe the point is very, very clear. It was a little complicated, but I hope so you understood well.